prove that I can win and be the best player in the world. This is my chance. I'm ready.
Well, welcome to the stage. Your first semi-finalist booking a place, a hope, a dream of a grand final taking on Anders Vergang. FC Famalicão, your E-Liga Portugal champion, Yuval Belli, is going to be a truly remarkable matchup. Yuval, just going over what Ryan has said, Nicholas twice, Manu Bishore, last year's world champion, and a former E-Champions League champion in Emre Yilmaz on his route to the semi-finals. But what he faces in his way is going to be a remarkable test, maybe his biggest test yet. Composed, cultured, and EMLS champion, welcome out JAFONSO. There's no better person to tell us about JAFONSO. You saw him live in the flesh, Casey, doing his business and lifting that EMLS Cup aloft. This could be not only historic for North America, for New England Revolution, who he's representing, but for FC across the planet.
Absolutely. It has been such a pleasure to be able to watch JAFONSO coming from EMLS, being the EMLS champion. Obviously, he's from Portugal, but he's made his way over to America to compete there. He won it there, and now he's in the semifinal of the World Championships against Yuval Belli. And it has not been an easy road for JAFONSO as well, but I know that this matchup against Yuval is going to be very, very an end-to-end.
It certainly will be. Not only myself and Casey to guide you through this semi-final, but a 2019 world champion, a player who has been there, he's done it, he's got the t-shirt and the trophy at home, Mo Auber. There's no better person to talk about when it comes to playing for huge amounts of money than yourself. Do you even ever think about this while you're playing? Because it is life-changing amounts of money.
Yeah, I think you will not get go to a point where it's like life-changing money. Like, I know both are like, they're not, it's a good bank account, maybe, but it's life-changing. And after the games, when they friends tell you won like 100,000, say, or like 250, it feels amazing. But they feel both really confident now in the semi-finals. They know what they can do. I feel like Yuval, bracket-wise, is a favorite. He beat Nicholas 2 times in the group stage, and then he beat the Team Hullet guys. So, yeah, I feel like he fears no one now.
He fears no one. I spoke to Yuval just before he made his way out to the stage, before running up to the commentary position. I said to him, what's changed? Last year you got grouped. This year you made it to a semi-final. What he said to me, I feel more comfortable at LAN now. I'm making less mistakes, and I want to be here. He's not scared, he's not fearful, and that sometimes what can separate you. On the other side of the stage, I mean, JAFONSO, I don't think I've ever seen him scared. He always looks very comfortable, he looks very calm, and picking up trophies along the way can just help that confidence.
Absolutely. It's interesting that you had a conversation a few minutes ago, because I was just speaking with Armando, his coach, after that last match, and I went up to him and I was like, yeah, you could take a sigh of relief. He goes, honestly, Case, we are the most calm that we have ever been in a competition. We are so confident going into this semifinal, and we'll see how it goes.
Well, here you go. The winner has got a date with Anders Vergang for $250,000. It's going to be Yuval from left to right, all in white, and from right to left in the blue with red trim will be JAFONSO, EMLS champion, and also the Liga Portugal that Yuval picked up not too long ago. You were super impressed with Yuval in the last game with his attacking and his sort of real domination of the football more than anything. He didn't really allow Emre to play. Are you expecting more of the same in this game, Mo?
Yeah, I think he's like in the attack, like similar to Anders. His decision making in the box from the opponent is brilliant. He's like wonderful to watch. I would say that.
Wow! It might be wonderful to watch, but JAFONSO has got 1-0 up. It's R9 inside the box. A little bit of space that was created from that first time passing. Ronaldinho takes a really nice turn to get away from the defender before unleashing the strike goalwards.
Yeah, he found the space between the two defenders and I was free. Easy goal, maybe not that good defending. And yeah.
He's not a player case that you want to go 1-0 down to either.
Absolutely not, because he also is very, very good at controlling the game when he is up as well. And so that is one thing that he's, you know, he doesn't struggle with holding possession and keeping control out of it. Obviously, we are 9-minute halves. There's a lot of more game to be played. But going down against JAFONSO, it's not a good situation to be in.
And we always want to keep the conversation open with you at home as well. Let us know who you think will be victorious, who you're supporting. Just as Glacier Boy there saying he wants JAFONSO to get the dub. Hexel saying Yuval is the GOAT. Can't wait to see how this game twists and turns. The trials and tribulations that both players will have to face. JAFONSO is looking to make it a very simple affair.
Yeah, his offensive game is not that spectacular like other pros, but he play really easy offensive, and he's like, okay to say, he's controlling the game really good, like offensively and defensively.
It's effective. It's not flashy, it's effective.
Yeah, but it's like also beautiful to watch, you know. Every game you have like 10 to 6 shots. He's better than the opponent, and he's deservedly in the semi-finals.
You just saw that defensively, crowded Yuval out, didn't allow him to force that ball across his box. One of the only players to use Vitinha in his midfield as well. We saw that power shot plus coming in.
Yeah, he has a Portugal bonus, I think. He lost him maybe as a player on the field, so might have the effect.
Hossalu coming down the right-hand side. Link-up play again. He's neat and concise. Ronaldinho all the way to the byline. Cuts it back. That's an incredible save from Schmeichel. It looked like for a second it was going to go into the back of the net. Corner whipped in. Weghorst, he's up. But a good defensive header from Kanate. Still onside. Hossalu. Pressure is mounting. It's hit again from Weghorst. Kanate again with a good defensive header. The best we've seen someone dealing with Weghorst in those corners.
I think something that the viewers at home can definitely learn from a player like JAFONSO is sometimes simplicity is key. And you don't have to be a flashy player. You don't have to do insane skills. But you know what? He keeps it simple and it works for him. And oftentimes that surprises your opponent as well, because they're expecting a little bit more, and he does the simplest option.
I mean, my World Championship, I didn't skill at all. I was the worst white stick player in the history of esports. So, like, it's looked good, but it's not that effective.
You play with what you're comfortable with. You play your game. At the moment, Yuval's not really been able to come forward. JAFONSO's been cancelling out all of his attacks at route. You see he's putting a little bit of press on as well. We're only 20 minutes in, but he's high up the pitch.
He's so fast.
Alphonso Davies just tearing away down that left-hand side. It's a really good game to watch. Very end-to-end. Ronaldinho.
No space.
Up against Alphonso Davies. And the Canadian does well on that occasion. If you told both of these two players before we kicked off on Wednesday, you're playing against JAFONSO or you're playing against Yuval for a spot the FC Pro World Championship final,
I think he would take it.
I think they'd have been quite happy with that.
Yeah, he would take it. They're not like the tier 1 players before the tournament on paper.
But they're here, and that's all that matters. And the reason that the quote-unquote tier 1 players are here, Yuval knocked 3 of them out.
Yeah.
Nicholas, Manu and Emre.
Yeah, but like yesterday when you say you play Yuval, you don't want to play him. So
JAFONSO not PhD now.
yeah, change in the tournament. They play amazing football. Yeah, dominating every game, win deservedly every game. So also Anders, I think it will be not easy for him to win the final. It will be a close game against both.
And they both offer very different matchups.
Yeah,
We'll talk about that when we know who it is who's going to be taking on Anders Vergang in our grand final. Right now, JAFONSO is the player who sits in pole position. Beautiful work inside the box, looking for a cutback, but wasn't really there for him.
You know, as we start envisioning this final here, you mentioned, Rich, that JAFONSO is so good at pressure when defending. You know, another player that's very good at pressure when defending, that's Anders. And so to see those two go up against each other, that would be such a treat.
Ronaldinho down this left-hand side for Yuval Belli. Trying to find a entrance into the box. That's a lovely pass into Ronaldinho. Arnold with the strike! And as the clock ticks over into the second third of this matchup, Yuval finds himself back in the game.
Every pass was between two defenders, so they find, he took the right decisions, good passes, and like JAFONSO expected also the last pass, but instead of Yuval just shot the ball and it was a good
corres do lateral se tu lhe deres o espaço para correr, ou então vens à linha.
I wish we spoke Portuguese.
You got a little bit?
No, didn't get any of that.
Well, I think you just saw from his face as well. I can't speak Portuguese, but I can read faces, and it was sort of just that's a pretty decent goal, more than anything. I think JAFONSO, he's not going to be too.
I think it was the most typical pro goal we saw this year. Like you
across the box
with the formation 4-3-2-1, you have this kind of spaces for the strikers, and he used it really good. But I was surprised about the defending about JAFONSO because I think he's maybe the best box defender here.
Other than a couple of corners, we've not really seen the ball too much in the air as well, I would say.
Yeah, I think JAFONSO, all the tournament, he didn't cross most corners. It surprised me, to be honest.
That's whipped it from Ronaldinho. Just I talk about crossing, the ball's launched into the box. Approaching half-time.
Joselu's running.
This is your FC Pro World Championship semi-final. What you might have missed if you are just joining us today, Anders Vergang is waiting in the grand final to play for $250,000 as Joselu sticks it right over the crossbar with that cross.
That's why I don't play him in the tournaments, because he have no crossing. He's like only for the defending the headers. And maybe he missed the goal because of like no 95 crossing or the play style.
But there he is, getting forward for JAFONSO. R9, lovely pass, couple of step overs, really cool and composed. Great goal, Case.
Fantastic goal there for JAFONSO. Really just very, very patient for him here as we see the replay come through. Starts off with Vitinha. He knocks it down to Ronaldinho. Great pass into R9. Couple step overs right around the keeper. I mean, he makes it look so simple.
Yeah, I think the key point was a header duel between Davis and Joselu. And after that, it was easy to like play the 4 against 3 position.
It's all about playing the duels, making sure that if you can see a mismatch, you're exposing it. If you can see that, I mean, we've even spoke about it where we've sometimes had Haaland against Davis at the back post, or Weghorst against even Havertz. You have to manipulate those situations to your best opportunity. And we saw Joselu there, who's never not going to lose that header. As soon as he won it, the pitch opened up. And there is also that little bit of panic as well. When you know that your player's going to lose the header, you think, I'm in danger.
Yeah, it's the best feeling for you as an opener when you see like a mismatch like this. And also in front of the goal, he was good. Like sometimes you shoot in the long aim, but this was like a 100% goal with the ball roll.
A couple of minutes before half-time, can Yuval find himself back into this game? He's trailing 2-1 at the moment. That's a nice little pass from Weghorst to bring Joselu. The two big men linking up. Ooh. Step overs, taking the space. That's what Joselu's in the team.
Bro, that is critical in front of the goal. Yuval has like 2 shots, 2 goals. Also with the Trivela, it's a good decision. Yeah, also that was paired, right? He's not. I didn't know he can make passes like this.
Man, I am very, very impressed. It took him a little bit to warm up in this game, but I think he's really coming into his own. You can see the confidence increasing there for Yuval Belli, but we're only halfway through.
And I didn't envision a world in which this was a blowout. I didn't see a 6-0 or a 5-0. It was always going to be very tight. It was always going to be a real close game. And as we approach half-time, you're getting that information on board, you're getting that little bit of respite and the break in play. Just looking over my shoulder and seeing the coaches now and what they're going to be saying to those players. It feels really, really tense, Mo.
Yeah, it's a different game we saw like with Anders. They have a similar skill set. Like they're like 100% same good, and it will. Yeah, you don't have to make. You cannot make mistakes like also in the clutch minutes.
If you look at the last couple of performances from both of these two players, Yuval 5-2 win against Manu and a 5-2 win against Emre. But he extended the game late. Yeah. I think it was 2-2 the last one.
Both games was 2.5 like now.
On the other side of it, JAFONSO, he beat Max 4-1. I think it was a late consolation goal for Max to give him that goal. K1 Johnny beat him 4-2, but again, it was 2 late goals in the game. This was always to be expected. I think it will come down to a mistake. It will come down to maybe a moment of madness or something magical. There's a deep breath comes in from Mo.
Yeah,
talk about mistakes.
Error. Yeah, unforced error. You cannot dribble to out, but yeah, thankfully it's not happening because you would be angry.
I sometimes think that you're a little bit too critical, but you've been there and you've done it. You know what it takes to be a champion.
Yeah, I mean, I played against Nicholas and Dosser in the semi-finals. When you do a mistake, there's a score before you blink. So you need to be perfect.
And who will win this clash? Case 50-50.
That's exactly how I feel. You know, this
sat
is one
right
of those
on
games.
that fence.
Yes, exactly.
JAFONSO comes forward. Nice little play on the edge of the box. Hully with a first-time pass straight into the path of Wakehorse, but good defending from Yuval. And he'll bring the ball clear with a little player lock fake, and Saka expect a switch out to the far side. He's got numbers over there if he wants to play. It is Saka who takes it on the finesse. Hully just can't quite bring it under control. He's onside. Exposing that overload. Saka on the finesse shot, but just couldn't quite, even though it was green, find the top corner.
You know, that was an attack. It's good to analyze after the game because he brings himself to a position where he can have like 3 options where he can score. He can make the finesse, he can cross, and he can play his short ball to annoy. So it's no chance to defending. It was lucky that the finesse shot is not going because we've seen many goals from Saka this tournament.
Wout Weghorst out wide, not where you want him. And maybe he's looking for the back post here. Is Weghorst going to make a move into the box? Saka takes it over. That is unbelievable. Weghorst is onside of the back post. It wasn't a cross, but the ball found its way to him, Casey.
That it did, and the build-up was really pretty there. I think maybe the rebound, not so much. Yuval might be kicking himself for that one, but it starts off with Joselu into Saka. He tracks it back, and it's just the rebound directly from the goalkeeper.
But it's like what I said last game, when you have 5 people in a box and it's percentage-wise high that you get the second ball. So yeah, he play really attack. You have like 5 strikers and then you will get the advantage in the box.
Yuval takes the lead. Will he extend it like he did in the previous 2 games to a 4th and a 5th, or will JAFONSO salvage his FC Pro World Championships? It's going to be a fascinating final 30 minutes. So at one point the game will open up. Whether it's JAFONSO throwing bodies forward, if he does get an equaliser, does one player feel like they could go on and win it?
To be honest, I feel like a déjà vu. Every game from Yuval is the same. It's like 2.5, and then in the second half he scores with 3-2, and then in the 80 minutes he will close up the game. So
it's a game plan.
Yeah, for me it's fine. I want to ask him about that, but no, Weghorst
could have gone anywhere.
It sounds like a stressful way to play that way, though. To go every single game having that type of outcome, I don't think I would have the mental capacity for that.
He backs himself in the margins. I always say Nicholas was one of the best players ever. When the game was 3-2 or 3-3, he would always come out on top. He would always win those small margin games.
You know why? Like, he scored 2 goals in the 90 minutes to equalize, and he didn't.
No reaction.
No reaction. I was like dancing around, threw off my t-shirt,
Yuval looking for the ball over the top. Konate, he's played well so far. A couple of good clearance headers, showing his pace there to get in front of Ronaldinho. We've got the biggest game of the season yet to come. As it stands, it's going to be Anders Vergang taking on Yuval Belli in the FC Pro World Championship Grand Final. Can JAFONSO find his way back into the game, or will Yuval extend and put it out of reach?
Yuval played it small.
Beautiful play. Ronaldinho forcing the save from Czech again.
Wow. He didn't move his goalkeeper. It's a lucky moment for JAFONSO, but you saw Yuval now in the last 7 minutes. He slowed down the tempo of the game, and JAFONSO didn't have the ball like the last 10 minutes maybe.
Just a little bit too close to check on that occasion. Just having a little look at the players on the radar at the bottom of the screen, seeing where they're moving. There's a player all the way at the bottom of the pitch if you want to try and switch it. No real headers in there at the moment. Recycling R9, Ruud Gullit. It could be dangerous. He's got to find something, JAFONSO. Mbappe! 20 minutes on the clock and we tied up at 3-3.
Here we have the replay for JAFONSO. Starts off with Gullit into Ronaldinho. Mbappe, quick turn, easy finish for JAFONSO. He's the type of player, though, that you never count him out because he's always going to get back in these games.
Is that too easy for him to turn there in the box?
You know, it looked like Yuval had like 25 defenders and there's no chance. But he finds the right man, and I think he expected too much that he go to the right foot and shoot. So
we saw that yesterday. Haaland on a couple of occasions turning on the right foot instead of the left.
The people forget that the left foot have still like, it's a high percentage to go in when you hit green. So it's no different between the right and left foot.
Something's got to give. Who will break first? And who will have an FC Pro World Championship final to look forward to? Corner, the last one wasn't great.
I think it take too long. Like, you have time to move your goalkeeper on the right foot.
That's floated to the back post. It's up in the air, could go anywhere. Konate heads it down. R9 now taking over. Toni Kroos, Ruud Gullit and Konate all getting a touch on it. I think he's just looking to get Weghorst on that isolation. Saka, but a good defensive display there from JAFONSO. He was very aggressive.
That's great. We saw 6 goals and no goal as a corner. Didn't expect this.
It's going to be up in the air. Falls JAFONSO's way. He's got runners at the back post. Is it a diversion? Or will the ball go in there? Ronaldinho trying to pass it across. Yuval keeps his calm and clears.
I think these are two of the calmest players that we're seeing at this stage of the competition. Neither of them are celebrating goals. And, I mean, you kind of have to be in this situation. It's 3-3 in the 78th minute, and any small mistake could be your last.
I was always a relaxed player. I was never nervous, but in the semi-final of the World Championship, I was shaking like the last 5 minutes.
Gullit trying to link up. The ball just bouncing around the box.
So it was important. I think the one who's like more relaxed or calmer, he have an advantage, big advantage. Because it's a game about a lot of money and the chance to winning the trophy. It's unbelievable.
It's just going to be a game of one chance at this point.
Yeah.
This could be that chance. Hosselu for JAFONSO. Will there be a couple of step overs maybe on the edge of the box? Trying to thread the needle, dawdling ever so long on the ball there was Yuval. Vitinha, Ruud Gullit. Wow! Overs.
That was a great attack. And nice defense, still be patient and defend it with well.
It looked like he went past him for a split second, and then he managed to get back on him. Maybe a mistake creeping in or two from Yuval. Will JAFONSO keep his cool? Not on this occasion.
4 minutes to go.
Burst past
Big
him.
attack.
He's going to pull Edem Letau across. Hullet's there. Ronaldinho, but the defensive Hullet again in the right place at the right time.
Man, there's a lot of space, a lot of numbers now in the attack.
It's getting nerve-wracking, Casey.
My heart is beating so fast.
JAFONSO, Kai Havertz with a beautiful touch to set him up. He's danced into the box for the near post. Michael stands strong.
Save.
And Yuval need a break. Press start. Wow, this game could be over here. It was a good decision to the shot. Like, he didn't move his goalkeeper.
Let's have another update. I don't know if you remember when he was playing K1 John, he kept shooting at the near post.
Yeah, but look at the dribbling. He knew.
Yuval was just panicking.
Yeah. It's so hard to defend at this moment. And he had so many options to score. He can also make the ball roll and finesse it or pass. So, yeah, he brings himself to a good position. And now it's a corner in 90 minutes. And I'm really excited to watch what JAFONSO makes here.
We've not really seen JAFONSO have many corners in this game. I don't recall. I think Yuval was seen have a couple with Cruz where he looked to lob it into the back post, but JAFONSO was playing short.
Yeah, I was thinking about maybe short is also not dumb here because you can play the last attack, play defender, and then no risk to concede the goal before the extra time. And that's, I think, what he like with the coach.
Well, here we go. 88 minutes on the clock. It's whipped into the box. R9 gets up. Mbappe on the edge. Ronaldinho. This is JAFONSO trying to break Yuval down and send himself into a grand final. Is he going to play for that last attack? That's the question. 2 additional minutes. Does he see a route to goal or does he play safe? He's going to play safe. Then he goes forwards. Tchouaméni brought on at right back. Camavinga keeps it moving, keeps it grooving. JAFONSO on the edge of the box. Stone stands up and Yuval will take us in to an additional 30 minutes of added time. Wow.
This has been one of the most evenly matched games that I've seen throughout 3 days of competition, 4 days of competition that we've had so far. And I've been very, very impressed from all aspects of both their gameplay, defensively, offensively, and going into this extra time here. Are they gonna have to take more risks, Mo? Are they gonna have to change it up? What would you do?
When I was last time in the extra time in the semi-final, I was knocked out. I conceded 2 goals and I tried to bring the game into the penalties because I can't score. But in this game it's different. Like, there's 100% equal. And I think the man who's making the next mistake, he will lose.
One mistake will cost you not only an FC Pro World Championship final spot, but also a lot of money. It's an $80,000 game. You go from 70 to 150K.
Yeah. That's a lot. But I don't think
about it.
Yeah, they don't think at all. Like, after the tournament, they may be happier with the money, but at the tournament, they don't care about it.
They're locked in with one thing on their mind. This is Yuval getting us kick-started for the extra time period. Just seeing if there's any fresh faces on the pitch. Looking at those stamina bars. Tchouaméni obviously came on late.
I mean, you could see it in the last 10 minutes of the...
Davis looks pretty fresh as well.
The defense was not that good like before the game, so you can see the nerve from the players that... Yeah, it's much for play.
Camavinga dinking it in behind. Ronaldinho here. JAFONSO to the byline. Good save once again from Schmeichel. And he does have a corner. He's got the player short. It's Weghorst who's short, but he's faked it to back post. Ruud Gullit! Schmeichel collects.
Schmeichel is really doing well for Yuval here. He's saving him out of a lot of situations that could be quite dangerous. This game could be 6-3, 5-3.
You can just see that clock ticking ever so slowly with the 9-minute halves that we play here in FC Pro.
Yeah, JAFONSO plays really good now in these 7-8 minutes.
A few mistakes just creeping in from Yuval. But is he forcing those errors as well? Because JAFONSO's playing better.
I don't think so.
No?
Like, he's really nervous. You see that it's like unforced errors. Like, my advice will be to play like 5 minutes, control ball, like
So
take
from
the
now
game to the
until
half.
time, just keep the ball. See if he takes Mo's advice. He's going to go forward. He's going to try and push this lead in his favour, but once again, JAFONSO finds his way back into possession. Everyone's eyes here in Berlin looked into this game.
JAFONSO don't make mistakes in the build-up. That's what I like about him. Every attack he's in the box from Yuval.
Camavinga and Hosselu, Tchouameni, the Real Madrid trio linking up on that right-hand side. Mbappe now taking over, R9, Ronaldinho, Ruud Gullit is waiting for the perfect chance. But you have to make something happen, because Yuval's standing strong at the moment. Camavinga, Ruud Gullit, 1-2. He dinked it into the box, it's going to bounce Yuval's way.
Last chance now for Yuval. Maybe 1 minute.
It felt like there were a couple of opportunities there to maybe for JAFONSO to go.
Yeah, but look at Yuval. He's happy with the draw now. He don't want to make a mistake. Give him another chance. Man, he's struggling so much in this overtime.
Do we think that JAFONSO was overworking that a bit, though?
I think maybe he also thought about, like, I played the last attack and tried to hold the ball. But I also didn't see a moment where he can shoot, to be honest. It was a good defending, like, all players was in the box from Yuval, and
Have to shout out Venny at home as well. He's been working with Yuval all the way up. Unfortunately, couldn't be here in Berlin with him, but I know he's going to be. They'll have worked in these scenarios. They'll have worked at maybe not the pressure, but definitely in extra time and trying to replicate. Who simply can hold their nerve at this point? Penalties are looming, but will there be one player to rise up before we get to spot kicks? JAFONSO's going to get us underway in this second half. Alphonso Davies bearing down the left-hand side, trying to force the ball into his attacking players. You want to see just a little bit of control possession from Yuval Mo.
yeah, like the best for Yuval is to get in the box. He's maybe one of two best players in the world. So he have problems to go to there.
Offside trap from
Yeah,
JAFONSO.
but you see the pressure from JAFONSO.
He
Like,
can also tell that this game's there. He can probably smell blood in the water, Case.
Yeah, I've been a bit more impressed with JAFONSO going into this extra time. He's turned it up a little bit more than Yuval.
Wow.
But you never know. In a situation like this, Yuval Belli could...
Havertz with a turn of pace. Power shot cancel. It's superb. JAFONSO throws bodies on the line. And you talked about Yuval in the box. If he can get in those scenarios, it could hurt JAFONSO.
yeah, that was world class from Yuval, but also the defending, staying calm, 3 against 1 in the middle, and then he blocked the shot. He anticipates the shot. It was like on both sides were world class.
Switch of play from Toni Kroos, bringing John Stones into play. Davies against Stones. He can't lose the ball there for Yuval. He's lost it in the middle of the pitch. Could there be a counter? It's
numbers.
2 against 3. R9's going to bring Kanate out from the centre of defence. And he had to win that. 6 minutes, that's all that remains. Where's that ball going to end up? It's going to fall back into JAFONSO's possession. Too early to play last attack. Has to go forward. Where's the opening? Where's the driven pass to carve this defence? Not there.
Wow, risky dribble. Guys, they are up there shaking because these guys, you know, last 4 minutes now. Life-changing minutes.
Another offside trap coming in there from JAFONSO, just pushing his players higher up the pitch. Havertz has been dangerous for Yuval in this second half of extra time.
Now it's time to go to the last attack.
Drew spreading it wide for Stones. Does he go backwards? Does he go forwards? The dilemma. Looking probably to play last.
Nice decision. There's no need to give him the ball.
Stones with a huge switch of play. Kai Havertz driving. We're in injury time in extra time. 1 minute remaining.
What a dribbling.
Pirlo fired it in. R9 for JAFONSO. Defends well. Does he have time to get forward? Johan Cruyff looking to stretch his legs. That's an unbelievable through ball. Camavinga, he's in. And he's still in at the near post. But he does have a corner. It will get swung into the box. The player look pass was superb. He's whipped in. Haaland's up. Oh! Toni Kroos clears it long and we're going into pens. Wow. Here we go. The first penalty. It's Erling Haaland stepping up. It's Yuval with it. And he slams it in the top right corner. How can JAFONSO, after being so close to winning it, equal up?
Yuval Belli is next to step up to the line with Pirlo. Where will he put it? To the left, and it is in. JAFONSO is back on the line with Johan Cruyff, and he also goes to the left.
4 perfect shots. No Rivaldo. Important penalty. Wow. He knew the right direction. It's hard to save penalties. JAFONSO. Wow, perfect.
3 from 3 so far. Mbappe now for Yuval. Steps up to the mark. Again, he's done the right way. Just too much on the pen. Who will blink first? Who will make that first mistake? Mbappe for JAFONSO. 4-4. Are we going potentially to sudden death?
Yuval is back on the line with Hullet. Can he make it happen here? Almost saved.
JAFONSO must score penalty with the world watching in Berlin. Scores and we go again, and it's going to be Toni Kroos for Yuval. This is unbelievable drama. They're going the same way.
Wow,
Keep going to
they're
that
so
bottom corner.
close.
Again, JAFONSO in a must-score situation. Camavinga straight down the middle.
I like that middle one. Havertz. 12 perfect penalties. And the next one.
And again, JAFONSO is the player that keeps getting this pressure put on him. Will he crack? No, he won't. 7-7. Perfect from the spot so far. Virgil van Dijk for Yuval. Scores again, and now, once again, JAFONSO, it's Tchouameni from the spot. Someone has to miss. It's going into your FC Pro World Championship Grand Final. 8-7 on penalties.
You know, that is such a hard way to go out for JAFONSO. Commiserations, but honestly, he should be so proud of himself to get to this point. MLS champion coming over here and doing such a fantastic job. But Yuval Belli in penalties, he just couldn't be cracked.
You've been there before, Mo. You've been there in sudden death. What is that feeling like right now for Yuval?
Man, this is the same game I had against Nicolas. He had the shot. JAFONSO had the chance in the 120 minutes, and then in the penalties, they were so good. Like one mistake, but it's heartbreaking for JAFONSO because he had this chance in the 120, and he played really well. He deserved also to be in the final. It was a close game.
Heartbreaking way to lose. But by God, it's the best way to win. An unbelievable matchup. Commiserations to JAFONSO. You've been there before, Mo. You've been victorious and you've lost in World Championships. What a tournament for JAFONSO. He's got so much to be proud of.
Yeah, I think he will be sad now, but proud of himself in the next days. He has to keep his head up. He won the EMLS, be here in the top 4. And yeah, he has, of course, the play to win it next year.